Hey y'all, this is Dana, Juicebox's wife. In this week's episode, the wives of Raising Nashville Podcast take over to talk about our favorite places to drink with our kids. Before we get started, I want to take a minute to discuss the heartbreak currently affecting Nashville restaurants and bars, as well as those across the country and world. We recorded this episode a week before a tornado ripped through Nashville, directly affecting 2 of the 6 spots we mentioned. The Lipstick Lounge and Boomba's Pizza both took direct hits. Lipstick lost their porch, but were able to reopen pretty quickly. I can also report that their iconic lips are still outside the front door. Boomba's, however, wasn't so lucky. They were completely destroyed. Now, in the wake of a devastating natural disaster, these places are struggling to stay open due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Many are trying to stay afloat with to-go, curbside, and delivery options. Many of the bars on our side of the river even selling their booze. Another way to continue to support the local industry is to buy gift cards directly from the business and use them when the world is up and running again. But we all know this isn't enough. If you want to make a donation or write your senator, I'll have the dudes link some sites on the socials. Stay strong and stay home. If you're bored, you can use this time to binge Raising Nashville Podcast. And be sure to let the guys know how much you love listening to their wives. Enjoy.
Raising Nashville, Raising Nashville, Raising Nashville, Raising Nashville.
Welcome to Raising Nashville, the wives takeover. I'm Dana.
I'm Stephanie, Bucky's wife.
And I'm Squirrel Butt, old boy's wife.
Just a couple of wives hanging out on a Saturday morning. So we kicked the dudes out of the studio this morning because I'm sure y'all are very sick of hearing them ramble about God knows what. We thought you might want to get some actual info and scoop on Nashville, Tennessee. So this is the wife takeover. Today we're going to tell you guys what we do when our husbands sequester themselves to my bonus room every
With
Sunday
free
morning.
time.
Yeah,
With
with our
free
free
time.
time.
Yeah, well, they live us with the kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
small children. So we are calling this episode Gettin Crunk Like a Mother. And by getting crunk like a mother, we mean having a few cocktails and being home and back on your couch by about 8. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
so today we're going to talk about our favorite watering holes that are kid-friendly, because now that we all are moms, we don't want to fully give up our social lives, and we like to hang out together with our kids and just find places where we can throw them all in a little spot where they can hang and play.
Herd mentality.
Yes, herd mentality.
Keep them together.
Free-range parenting.
Takes a village.
Takes a village. And luckily, our village all lives within a half mile of each other, and we like to find places that are close. So, I want to dive right into our tips for kid-friendly hangs. So, here's what we think is a checklist of things to think about when you are looking for places where you can take your kid and eat and drink. Mine is a place with no wait. I hate waiting.
And they hate waiting.
Yeah,
The
they
babies hate waiting.
And in Nashville, it's like half the places you go, there's a 2 to 3 hour wait. And I'm like, no,
No interest.
not doing it.
Yeah.
I also get anxiety. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are we going to sit? How long are we going to stand here? How long is it going to be until they start freaking out?
Yeah. How much time do I have before this kid totally loses his shit is really
Right,
what
and then
it
you
is.
ultimately lose your shit, and then it's a miserable experience for everyone.
Right. And no one wants to see you yell at your child in public. That is just
Although
the
I'm not
worst.
saying it's never happened,
Right.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
I like when I don't have them, but then I see people yelling at their kids. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. Don't be embarrassed.
Yeah. Yell louder. Where I'm in. I'm in.
What's his name? I'll yell too.
The other is that it must have booze.
Absolutely.
We're not going to any of these places where it's just Coke and water and sweet tea. We need a little something else to get us through the day. Affordability. I'm not buying my son a $12 brunch because half of it's going to end up on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Levon's in that big, he won't eat anything. So we go and spend money on a plate of food, and he just stares at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, half of the great places to go out are Mexican restaurants. And we all know that my daughter hates Mexican. So we're that couple that order drinks, and then we just ask for our tortilla. And they're like, our tortilla? Yep, that's us.
Just
a plain tortilla.
Just a plain, just one, yeah.
Not even cheese? You can't get her to put cheese on it?
No, not even cheese. Yeah, we're at a really fun stage.
She goes to town on that tortilla, though. I've
Yes,
seen
girl.
it.
Yeah, she made like little holes in it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
like to make shapes with it. Yeah, very artistic. So yeah.
Very nice. Steph, I know this is important to you. Parking.
Yes. I hate lumping like all of our stuff across like 2 blocks to try and find somewhere. I just don't want to do it. Plus, again, I get anxiety about it, and I start thinking about it before we get there.
Sure.
Where are we going to park? If there isn't parking in the lot, is there street parking? If there's not street parking, you're going to have to drop us off. You're going to have to drop us off, and then, okay, and we're done, and you go pick up the car, and that starts turning. Immediately, once you say the name of some places, I go, I just can't. I just can't do it.
I'm not going to the Gulch.
No.
I'm not
No.
going downtown. 5 Points is even getting hard, but
rough.
we know some secret spots. I also don't want to pay. I'm like, dude, this used to be a gravel pit. Well, I'm not paying $20 for it now. No,
But
thank
now
you.
I do. But I do every time I park there because I don't want to get a $40 ticket.
So we've started paying more often than not just because it's easy. And then lastly, while we want to take our time and enjoy it, we also know that we need to be in and out with the quickness to a degree. So unfortunately, we're not down for 5-course meals paired with wine.
Yeah, it all needs to come at once.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Bring that tortilla real quick.
bring
along with the margarita.
Bring a little bit of rice first.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
them started.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me
busy.
order for them, get my drink, and then maybe I'll eat.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Maybe I won't have time to eat.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
I've just come for a margarita.
Yes. Give them their own bowls of salsa because my child will scoop it up with his hands and nobody else needs to have that. All right. So those are our 5 tips of things to look for when going out to eat. And now we're going to tell you what spots we like to hit up in Nashville. So first up is one of my favorite spots, which is Boom Baz in 5 Points. I think this place opened maybe like a year and a half ago-ish.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And I am from Louisville, and it's actually a Louisville restaurant. So I grew up going to Boom Baz. When I lived there, we went to Boom Baz all the time. Even when we're home, we go back. So I was super pumped to see they open one here. And y'all, it is kid friendly. They have a whole playground where you can just
Dump them.
dump them. See you when I see ya.
Don't fall off.
Don't fall off. If you do, scream. There's probably an adult
know.
out there. I'm inside drinking beer. And they have a great beer selection.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Yeah. And the one thing that I like about Boom Baz too is there is always seating. I don't
True.
think I've ever, it's big. We used to take Bear there when he was an itty bitty baby. And they have these like, it's almost like a hammock for your kids that like open up and you can put their whole car seat in.
I don't know why
What?
more places don't have those.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing those when Asher was really little, but it was like few and far between. And then you try and flip over the high chair to put it in,
Yes.
but then it's like rocky because one side has like a backrest.
Yeah.
And it's just,
And it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like covered in boogers and dried queso. And
yeah,
you're
I
like,
don't know why more people don't have those slings.
Yeah, that place is fantastic for kid hangs and for watching games, which I don't care a lot about, but I do like to drink beer when the sun's out.
Their
so.
appetizers are really yummy too.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, that is one of my favorite spots is Boom Baz in 5 Points. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please do.
I would recommend Southern Grist.
Yes.
I have a little bit of a connection there because I do some work with them, but the first time I went, those sour beers, I really like sour beers. So that's really the only place in town that predominantly there's always a sour on the list. Okay. There's always some different type of something that I'll drink. I don't do IPAs, so places that are like really IPA heavy, I just can't do.
Oh, they got a IPA though, the Broken Nut. Have you had
That's
that?
like
Is it not?
I still don't like coconut.
Oh, it
I
tastes like
love-
suntan lotion. It is so good.
Okay, hold on. Like that
How
could
is
either
that a
go really
positive?
good. I know. I'm like, this could either go really good or really bad.
I'm telling you, it works. I don't know why it works, but it does.
Do you feel like you're at the beach?
I do. I feel like I'm at the beach.
Even in the winter.
Even in the winter, I
Oh.
just feel great when I drink it. And I will say, one time I went there, and there was this party of like jabronis, you know what I mean? Like 26-year-old people with like their frat gear on, but they all had kids, and they lined up all these tables together, and then they put little bowls of goldfish on the table. And then they like threw all their kids on the table while they drank beer, and I was like, okay, I'm actually into these jabronis. Like
We have a connection.
yes,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
genius. I mean, they literally put snacks on the table for their kids.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I love that. No, it's great. It's intimate enough. It's not a giant. Where Boomba's is huge. Southern Grist, it's small. The East Side location is what I'm talking about now. It's small. It's intimate. They can kind of run around in figure eights around the tables, and there's enough space that they're not going to knock into people, but enough where they can kind of run around, and they're quarantined to one area. They can't get out.
Yes,
You know,
yes, small
Levon will
spaces.
press his face against the window. Like, people are like, "Is that your kid?"
You're like, don't worry about it.
He's fine.
Free range parenting. You're in charge now, stranger.
Tiger it.
There's been times where I'm watching him from like a good distance, but I have my eyes on him, and I'll see someone very concerned come up. I'm like, "No, that's me. I got him.
He's fine.
My eyes. I got my eyes on him."
They also have games,
Board games.
board
yep.
games, and 312 pizza, right? Is it by 312? So
yes.
they
And
have-
because a lot of times it's either nothing or it's bring your own.
Yeah.
Or have it delivered there or whatever. Sometimes they have like a food truck, but yeah, they've got that pizza. It's so good too. There's like a hot chicken one that
chicken
they've got over
pizza.
there.
hell yeah.
It's on fire.
If Juicebox is there and Bear and I didn't go out that night, I'm always like, bring home that hot chicken pizza. Don't you come home to me without that pizza, because it is so good.
It's delicious.
Oh, and honestly, shout out to the location in the Nations, because I have breastfed there.
Really?
So, yeah.
Nice.
So we,
Yeah.
I didn't.
I haven't been to the West Side
I hadn't either.
a whole lot, but I hear it's great over there too.
Yeah, we went once when Barrett was just an itty bitty baby, because I had to get out of the house type day. And I'd never been. So Doug was like, I'll show you, we'll go check it out. And then my kid got hungry and I whipped a boob out, and
Nobody batted an
no
eye.
one bothered me. So
Woohoo!
I
Yeah.
do love the West Side. Again, that's the whole thing about like loading up in the car and
Yes.
going over there.
Yes.
Wish we could do it more, but I just don't have it in me.
not always in the cards to cross the river, I'll tell you that.
And the guys that own that place have kids and,
Yeah.
very family, I think the intent was come bring the fam
Yeah.
kind of thing.
All right, so I think that's a good transition to the one that I really like, Nectar Urban Cantina. Again, it's very
Mexican.
Mexican. I know, right? We have a solid connection with this place. Like, but I mean, really, truly, like every good place I feel like serves Mexican. So we were just like, we're that couple that just gets tortillas. But
And tortures your kid with her least favorite food.
yeah, and she's like, as we walk into these places, she's like, I hate Mexican. I'm like, I do. Shut up, have a tortilla.
You'll have your tortilla and you'll
Yeah.
like it.
But yeah, so what's great about it is it's also like very community, family oriented. There's amazing space. If it's cold outside, they have the tents down. It's open seating. So like, again, you can let your kid run around and it's okay. And you're not gonna get a stink eye from some couple trying to be all proper. It's awesome.
Because their kids also going nuts on the little dome thing over
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
They can burn energy if there's music. They can listen to music. And also, like, the food's really good. I feel
food is
like
so good.
a lot of places that are super kid friendly, the food kind of sucks sometimes. But the food's really good. I mean, don't ask Sam, but old boy and I like it. And the drinks are really good. Sangria and their margaritas,
Oh, sangria.
right? It's on point.
And they have juices. Old
Yes.
boy always gets something real
Yeah.
healthy.
I'm trying to do the vegan thing. Some days we're good, sometimes not. But on the days
Unless
that
they put garlic butter.
right, like last night, totally okay. They made it better.
Yes, the dairy made my vegan meal better.
But yeah, so for those people out there, if you need vegan and you have a kid, it's very convenient. They have like some cauliflower taco. I know I did not make that sound good, but it really is good, okay?
I was trying to sound interested. Oh,
Yeah, I know. I watched Race, but it really is, okay?
I think it's a curried cauliflower.
There you go, yeah.
They have really good ceviche, margaritas. Don't they have pitchers, I think?
Yeah, yes, they
Absolutely.
do.
And their whole, there's like a whole backyard.
Yeah, it's massive.
Like and I think I've stood back there with our kids, because sometimes we'll take turns, like you go watch our kids and I'm going to stay here and drink. And it's like a mob of 20 children like kicking stuff. And you're like, who's in charge? And I remember I had a moment of like, oh, I think I'm in charge. Like all these strangers' kids. But it's like-minded people. I think that's my favorite, is everybody's in there like in their mid-30s with kids about our kids' ages and just down to get crunk like a mother.
We've gone over there to see. I got drug over there a couple months ago, and Bucky was very adamant about going out there. We get there, and it's a Grateful Dead cover band. And I was like, oh,
He
okay.
knew. He knew.
You go, oh, my, He was just so surprised. I was like, shut up.
Who'd have thunk?
This was planned.
Who'd have thunk?
But it was fun.
Yeah, no, it's a great place. I love it.
That's a
I'm
solid-
actually, that makes me really excited for summertime right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just to get out.
Because
let
it's
them
also
run
more
around.
summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do the tents, but it's way more fun when they can just
Absolutely.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have pallet tires.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Big
I mean,
pallet tires.
honestly, I wish they had like some for adults, like so we could just climb.
Like real tall. You can
Right.
just climb up.
I mean, I don't need them real tall, but you know.
I need more adult
hoist you up.
playgrounds.
They do.
Adult playgrounds. Like
Maybe
cool.
that's our business idea. Actually, is that what like Climb Nashville is?
Oh, hey, wait. Have y'all been to Urban Jump? This is a side note.
No.
Okay. Or Urban Air. They serve alcohol. We should all go. It is amazing. Like, it's an inside trampoline, like, air park. There's massive trampolines everywhere. It's an inside 3-level playground. Samantha loves it. They serve beer. The pizza?
Where is it?
Okay. But I'll take it. It's Old Hickory. So, like, I mean, it'll take us 10 minutes to get there.
I'm in.
I'm down.
What are y'all doing later?
I know, right? Burn that energy.
It is dark out.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty day.
Yeah.
It's fun to pick
What are we
warehouse
doing?
to jump around in.
Yeah, that serves beer. We just need a warehouse and beer, basically, is all we need. All right, well, my next pick is the Lipstick Lounge, which is also one of our favorite nighttime spots. So this place is pretty versatile. It's a bar/restaurant near 5 Points in East Nashville. And they have really good food. And it's super affordable. I think that's probably what I like about it most. Is I think they have stuff for like, I think their menu is like $5 to $9. Like it is super affordable. You can bring your kids in there. They always have drink specials. And one thing that I love about it, and I'm going to hate myself for saying it, but they have a great photo op with the big lips outside.
Oh, yeah.
So
You sound too Instagram.
yeah, I sound...
Sound too influencer.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I'm not an influencer, but I do like to take pictures on the lips out front. And sometimes
Bear's gonna grow up like, what? Why?
why did you make me take pictures
Why
on
are there
lips
so many
all
lips?
the time?
Yeah.
I don't understand. But I'm a big fan of Lipstick Lounge. I like to go there at night and sing karaoke and then return in the morning for some huevos rancheros and, get my debit card back.
We've all been there.
Just like to return to the scene of the crime,
Yeah.
you know?
Who keeps debit cards anymore though? For real?
No!
But it's like the walk of shame. Like, nobody wants to do the walk of shame. We're in our 30s. Come on now. I had to do it the other day.
I also don't have time to close out.
Yes.
Tack
Sometimes
20,
I gotta go.
Tack 20% on.
Right.
And
When it is time
There
to
you go.
go, it is time to go. And you're right, it's 2020. Like, catch up with the times and run my card and give it back.
yeah,
Yeah. Do you guys have anything to say about the old Lipstick Lounge?
it's delicious. Every time. What do I have next? Yazoo, the new Yazoo out in Madison.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge.
Madtown,
It's
represent.
huge. The first time we went, it just opened last summer.
Yeah.
And the first time we went, it was like, because they have their own parking lot, which is like a great thing for me. But the parking lot was filled, and we had to like creep up the side. Everything was like filled on the side. So we parked on the street, and I was like, oh, the parking, I just can't. But it was like the opening weekend or something like that. And every time we've gone back since, there's been parking. It's really big inside again. They've got like board games and stuff for, Asher, who's about to be 10. So, I mean, that's, a plus for him. And there's plenty of room for Levon to just roam and run around. And outside when it's nice, they've got that huge like concrete patio with the lights, and you can just run around out there. It's just the atmosphere is really nice. It's big and open. I'm excited to see what they do with the grassy area, like next to the cement, but that's going to be good.
You can see, the river's down there, but I wish the view was prettier. It's like the tree line kind of covers the river.
It's like they only cut as far as they could.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing, and Yazoo usually does have food trucks, but I do wish they had more permanent food, because it's kind of hard to go knowing what you're going to eat. Yeah. But that is a fantastic place and good beer, but the space is so big, you can just let your kids run wild.
Yeah.
And we have. I think actually the last time we were there was before Bear could walk. He was like...
Or it was right as, because they were playing on the little bags stuff, and he was just like leaning.
Yeah. And I think he was like dragging his knees across the concrete, and we were like, it's fine. If he leaves a trail of blood, it's fine.
That's also a good summer one.
Yes.
I feel like I do nothing in the winter.
I know.
I feel like the past couple months, it's just been holed up.
I hate being cold too. Like, I mean, I'm one of those that like, I just want to stay inside and just be a hermit.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then when spring comes,
maybe like a minute to the car, but I still don't want to do it.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to put a coat on. Ruins your outfit.
That's true. And then you got to factor the coat into
Samantha
the outfit.
got that from you.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, every day she's like, Mom, it's gonna mess up my hair. I'm like, you're 5 years old. Like, what are you even talking about?
Who cares?
I mean, yeah. Oh, it's an ordeal.
Yeah. She knows. She knows. Yeah, solid pick. Love Yazoo.
All right, so I think mine is Plaza Mariachi.
Oh, yes.
So I also love the zoo. I think we all here love the zoo. It's so darn convenient. Why don't they serve beer all the time?
Oh, my gosh.
But when we're done with that, going there is also, it's convenient. We're right nearby, and it's open. What I love about it is there's like several different places to eat within there. So there's like versatility, which I like because I can change it up. Again, Mexican, Samantha's not happy. But like they have the music so she can dance. They also have indoor arcade games. Old boy loves arcade games. They go do that. So it's just,
I lost Levon in there last time we went. They've got the big tube.
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Right.
Yeah, Levon got in there.
Dang.
And then I had to have...
Did you go after?
Try to crawl in and find him. And I just had this image of him sitting in like a bubble somewhere, like crying because he couldn't find it. And like next thing I know, he comes shooting down the slide and like running up to the stairs again. And I was like, no.
He's like, that was fun. I'm not worried.
He enjoyed it. I was panicked. I was like, someone's going to take my kid. Someone's going to take my kid.
Because it is a pretty big place.
It's a really interesting spot. For y'all who don't know, it's like a Latin market.
I don't care what day of the week you go. There's music. There's food. There's so many people there too. It's amazing.
Yes.
And it's like all, and it's affordable too. Can we just talk about again? We love the prices. It's open. I think again, you don't have to worry about parking. It's just on all notes. It's like
Checks all the boxes.
Big old bar.
Yeah.
That just faces the giant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wrote it's like a wedding reception. Because there's literally a dance floor because there's a stage and there's almost always music. And we just let our kids dance. And there's always other kids in there too. So they're just all dancing. And then last time we were there, there was like...
It's amazing.
Oh my God. It was like a Cirque du Soleil show. Like a contortionist came out.
And I feel like they were... possibly making a video to audition for something
Maybe.
and doing
Oh,
that
yeah,
because there was a guy with like a very fancy looking camera taping them and going around.
I mean, all our jaws were dropped, but our kids were like mesmerized. Like they may as well have been hypnotized. They had a I want to say ribbon dancer, but I don't think that's right. It's like what Pink does.
Yeah.
Like Silks.
Yeah, Silks. That's what it is.
They had someone there doing that?
Yes.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's tall, but it's not that tall.
You're reading my mind right now because I'm like, it's not that, like,
Yeah.
And there was a point in time before that happened where Levon had like grabbed one and he swung and I was like, oh no, you're going to pull it down. Like I thought it was decoration.
Right.
Little did I know like a 120-pound woman was going to be like up there twirling around on
Yes.
it. I would have let him hang on it a little more.
That actually just terrifies me.
No.
Like,
I think Levon fell in love with her, actually.
Yeah. He loved it.
He was smitten, to say the least.
Dana's having so much fun.
Sound effects for days.
I love sound effects. Yeah, those are some solid spots. So that is our tip sheet for anybody who wants to take your kids out for booze and brunch. We got Boomba's, Lipstick Lounge, Yazoo, Southern Grist, Urban Nectar Cantina, and Plaza Mariachi. So put your kids in the car and go get crunk like a mother. Squirrel Butt, you brought up a really good point of that we wish the zoo had beer.
Amen.
And can you all think of anywhere else where, I guess, Target? If Target had booze,
Oh my God.
Weren't they testing that? There was some state that they were testing booze in Target.
I just got so excited.
like Squirrel Butt choked up.
But yeah, like magical. I mean, Starbucks is one thing, but you give me some booze and I will really get that debit card out.
Right? You want me to spend money?
Yeah.
You gotta, loosen me up a little because I'm already dropping a couple hundred. We know that.
Why don't we double it? Give me some wine and we'll...
Yeah. But the zoo...
PTO meetings.
Oh, I've never been to one.
Me neither. That just sounds like...
Asher's old enough, so yeah. PTO meetings.
I think
That'd
that...
get me to volunteer.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like the park... You could just take some booze. And honestly, I've kind of thought about it at the zoo because you can bring anything in.
I feel like people have told me that they do that.
Yeah.
I think they do it like twice a year. I know they have like beer at the zoo, but they just need to
brew at the zoo.
Brew at the zoo. There you go. They have boo too. Yeah, brew at the zoo, but they should let's just make it a thing.
Does Cheekwood sell booze?
I don't know. We went there, but we did not get out. There's the food trucks and I
think they
might.
sell wine and beer.
I don't know if just on the daily they do though.
Oh, maybe
I think
it's
it's like event when there's like stuff and events
Got
there.
it.
Yeah.
Because I have seen that they do not, because when Asher was very little, we met there for like they used to have a, probably still do, a Thursday night family night thing. And Asher and I went, and one of the moms had brought a cooler of like snacks and things. And she like pulls out a beer and just pours it into like a
thermos?
tumbler. Like a tumbler. To kind of, she was like, you want one? I was like, sure.
You were like,
Okay.
I was like, if you are,
Yeah.
who
You
am
said
I?
okay,
Who
yeah.
am I to
I'm
say?
a cool mom. Yeah, there's...
So I don't think they sell it, but you can put it in a tumbler.
And then in these jump spots, do they sell booze?
Yeah, so the Urban Air for sure sells beer. I don't know if they sell anything besides the beer, but you know what? Really,
That's enough.
I'm good with beer.
Yeah.
But it's just, we should all go there. It's an amazing thing. We're there for hours. I've kind of lost Sam there one time. And it's okay.
Yeah.
We're in an enclosed area.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's awesome.
Doesn't Laser Tag sell booze? We went for our
Yes, they
birthdays a
do.
few years
They do.
ago. Our adult birthdays, I'll
remember
have you know.
that.
Bucky and I's birthdays are just a few days apart, and so we decided to take everyone to Laser Tag.
Tactical laser tag.
I think we all attacked one little kid named Jebediah. Poor kid was like 8, and we were all like, "Fuck Jebediah." He's a cheater.
His parents like own the place. He
Yeah.
was there at like 10 a.m. on a Sunday. We're like, he was shooting, just sniping everybody.
Yeah,
we were
I
like,
hate that
get out of
kid.
here. He's getting everybody out. We're here to just play.
That's right.
He was
Don't
the
take it
worst.
so seriously.
The worst. Well, we sound like pretty cool moms, like every Sunday while our husbands, lock away in my bonus room and drink a couple of beers and shoot the shit for this podcast. We always make big plans. Like, this Sunday, we're all going to go here and do this and do that. But I usually actually just go to the grocery store.
I don't get out of my pajamas.
Yeah.
I'm still, when he gets home, I'm like, so we were going to do this.
But we did.
And then we didn't.
Yeah. I think I'm in the same boat too. Samantha loves donuts. I mean, like we have a oddly obsession with donuts. We get one every day after school.
Nice.
Yeah, I
At
should.
Goes?
It's Dunkin' Donuts, not Krispy Kreme. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like complete opposite. I love Krispy Kreme, but
Krispy Kreme's like just air.
Yeah.
yeah. See, maybe. So y'all prefer Dunkin' too?
No, I prefer Magos.
Oh, okay. But I do say we're gonna do things like this, and then we end up playing Imaginary Bakery.
We did go to Waffle House once.
Yes.
We made drunk plans to go to Waffle House, and we followed through. So I was actually impressed with us that day, and it was delicious.
Waffle House is yummy.
I know. And I think actually we've talked about that more often than not, and they do not sell booze, but nor do they have a single fresh vegetable or fruit in the house. More often than not, we're there with Barrett, and I'm like, do you have fruit? And they're like, no. Like, the freshest thing we have is the egg you're eating. Like, get out. But man, is it good. So, yeah, we talk a big game, but more often than not on Sundays, we bail on our plans and lay around with our babies.
We need to do better. 2020.
2020 is our year.
2020, let's do it better.
2020 is our year. We're also going to crash this podcast more in 2020 because, I mean...
Yeah. So, yes, can I get my hour back?
Yes. Right.
You know?
Right. So, please let those boys know you like the ladies. And I think this is time for our segment that we're going to call Airing of the Husband's Podcast Grievances. We are all big fans of the show, but sometimes our husbands say something on the show where we're just like, you got that dead wrong. So, yeah, do you guys have anything that you want to let them know they're dead wrong about?
I have one that sticks out right at the top because there's a lot of times Bucky enjoys playing devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. But he had 7 toys that were still wrapped in a closet or something that Asher had never played with. Bullshit. That is not a thing. What likely happened, and I'm pretty sure happened, is that he opened them, played with them, and then sight unseen, once they go into a closet, I mean, I lose things in my refrigerator. If it's in a drawer, even though the drawers are glass, I'm going in to get something, I'm going right back out. I'm not searching, looking, where was that one thing?
Right. Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. And I think that's what happened, so.
Do you agree with Bucky's theory that the Earth is flat?
Oh, God.
No.
Are you also a flat earther?
I'm not.
Okay, good.
We can continue to be friends.
Is it okay? Did I pass?
Yes, it's a pass. What about you?
So, you all heard, so our story about us finding out we were pregnant and all that, very comical to say the least. So, oh boy, though, the funny thing is he said that we found out in February. Our daughter was born in January.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be like, buddy, you missed
How long do you think this happened?
I mean, he missed it by like 4 months. I'm like, where were you that year? So anyways, I find that completely just hilarious and but that whole experience was unique. So I probably should let him have a pass.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. He had a lot going on that year. It probably seemed like a longer year.
It probably did. You're absolutely right. Fair point. Yeah.
Well, my grievance with Juicebox is the same because when they did the episode where they talked about finding out we were pregnant, Juicebox was like, oh, yeah, I was so excited. He was not excited. He wasn't not excited, but we got pregnant so quickly that we were both so surprised, and we were leaving for a New Orleans trip days later for New Year's. So we had geared up for this trip. We love New Orleans. We love New Year's. We go for, New Year's pretty frequently, and which means we party pretty hard for a few days. So when we found out on Christmas Eve I was pregnant, his reaction was like, okay. I literally was like, I don't know if he's happy about this. But obviously it was great. We were super excited. But I heard he acted on this podcast like he was thrilled. And I'm like, you were more concerned about one night in New Orleans than you were with having a child for the rest of our lives. But fair enough.
Bucky was spot on, though, because he cried. He definitely cried.
He cries a lot, though.
He cries a lot. He's got a lot of emotions.
He does.
So wait, but he didn't cry when you gave him the outfit, right? Is that when the okay?
Yes. But it was partially because he had been at a football game drinking all day.
So
your emotions are even heightened.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about all these ladies have to say today. We hope you enjoyed hearing about how we get crunk like a mother. Everybody! So that's it for us, folks. Anything else you might want to say?
No, I don't think so. I'm just excited about having the opportunity to do this again.
Yes. We will kick those dudes out more often.
What is it? What do you say? Like and subscribe? That's YouTube, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's like and review us. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, and leave a 5-star review, and then tell the dude you demand more of their wives.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Blow up their emails.
Yeah.
Our children need more time with their fathers.
Yes.
You know?
Our children need more one.
So like deprived.
Yeah.
They are very good dads.
I know they are. They're actually great dads.
But they need more one-on-one time. We stand by that statement.
Yeah.
Period.
And if you don't have kids,
And
Have some.
if you don't have kids, catch up. We want to know what we go through.
All eyes on me. I'm with the party rock crew. All drinks are free. We like so rock. We love Patron. We came to party rock. Everybody is on. Shots, 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 shots,